So I've been part of the UFC betting community for a very long time now. I know I haven't been making videos for all that long on betting, but I have been betting for a very long time, been involved in the community, watched YouTubers when it comes to betting, and there's something recently that came up after UFC 300 that I feel like needs to be said a little bit more. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to be talking about one YouTuber specifically that I have a lot of respect for, that being the MMA betting Mastermind. I'll tell you why. Stick around. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's start off with what exactly I'm talking about right here. That being, of course, the MMA Betting Mastermind's YouTube channel. He's been getting a lot of flack from the community recently because just a day ago at the time of recording this video, he uploaded a UFC 300 betting recap and he is down $1,680. Now, I'm not here to dissect the video, talk about his picks, whatever they may be, but he took full out 100% complete responsibility for his picks, and I absolutely love this from a YouTuber because the reason that what really made me want to make this video is so many people in this space don't upload about their losses, talk about their losses, and this guy takes it right on the chin. I really respect that, and you can see that a lot of people, like, of course, now as time has gone on a little bit, people have been talking about, like, okay, you know what, that's fine, like, it happens to the best of us, and they kept talking about that, but there's so many comments talking about, like, okay, the betting MMA disaster, and people really dogging on this guy's picks. And he made a whole video explaining his choices. He made a whole video talking literally about how much he lost, and people are just dogging on this dude for talking about, like, he wants tips. Like, so what? You don't have to tip. If you make money off of his picks and he's asking for tips, I don't understand the big deal, but people are just really dogpiling on this guy. But what you have to respect is the fact that he's actually uploading about his losses. There's another YouTuber that I respect, and this is just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a couple more in the space that do it. When I lose, I always talk about it, and I don't mean to sit here and toot my own horn, but off the top of my head, Angelo from We Want Picks always talks about his losses, talks about exactly the number that he's down, so I really respect that from them too. But there's a lot of people in this space that just won't upload a recap video if they did bad, and then you know they did bad, and it honestly just, it makes you sit back a little bit. It makes you lose a little bit more respect for them. So I think the attention is kind of being put on a little bit too much on the MMA Betting Mastermind specifically right now because he uploaded such a big profit loss, which is crazy. I'll bring it back to the page again because I forget exactly the number over here. $1,680. That is a huge loss, and that's something that if you were to upload that, you may turn people off of your channel forever. Like, this dude lost that much money, I will never come back. I'm not saying that's the case for me. I understand that happens, but how many people are probably never going to come back to his channel because he uploaded that video? And now he's sitting here actively losing subscribers or having dead subscribers, but he has his dignity through it. So many people in this space, and I think it really needs to be pushed because people like to talk about how bad this guy's doing right now, and I don't think that's where the attention should be brought at all. Like, yeah, you can make fun of his picks. Yeah, you could be like, okay, what the hell were you thinking? MMA Betting Mastermind, betting on Jamal Hill, or whatever you wanted to say, right? Whatever the parlay was, whatever you didn't like about it. Yeah, I even looked at the picks. I didn't necessarily like them myself, but I love the fact that he is owning his losses. So many YouTubers in this space just ignore when they lose, and I don't know why they don't get called out on it, to be honest with you. I don't know why they don't get called out on it because it's evident when people are making betting recap videos after every UFC event, then all of a sudden, oh, they're just not there, and they continue on with their full card breakdown and predictions the next day. Like, yeah, we know that you had a rough night or you lost some bets. I just don't understand why people don't end up calling these people out, especially these people who are sitting here and ending up charging for picks. They look so much better than they actually are because they don't upload their losses. This is what I really respect about the MMA Betting Mastermind, and We Want Picks. Again, of course, I'm sure there's other people out there, but those two really come to mind. And that's not even saying, like, I'm not saying these guys, please don't get the wrong idea if you don't watch either channel, because I'm not saying that they just lose and then upload it. They have good nights, they have bad nights, just like everybody, right? I just think that everybody needs to talk about these particular losses just a little bit less and kind of focus on the people who are hiding it, because these are the people with integrity. These are the people that I would follow because it's just complete honesty. And again, I don't want to sit here and toot my own horn. I do the same thing. I want to be completely transparent. For example, that I had one of the worst nights ever when I bet on Brandon Moreno and Yair Rodriguez, and those guys were like locks to me. And I was so confident that UFC 300, for example, I was so confident that Calvin Kattar was going to get the win over Aljamain Sterling. As stupid as that may have been in hindsight, I'm sitting here and I was owning it. And again, I don't want to toot my own horn, but there's not a ton of people who do that in this space. I think it's very important to take into consideration when you're following these pages. Take a look at the people who are only posting their wins and never posting their losses, because if you start paying attention to it, there's more of them than you may think. So honestly, guys, go show the MMA betting mastermind some love right now, because he deserves it. He is probably going to lose quite a bit of traction from this, and I hope he can bounce back with this. I hope he can still get the picks right. I hope that he doesn't have another week just like this. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the video on screen right now. I will see you either there or in the next one, guys. Take care.